Has time. Pass. End zone caught. It's good. D. Anderson and the Showboats have won it in overtime. Going to hand this off up the middle for Marable. He's going to fumble. Ball's loose. And St. Louis picks it up. That will do it. The Battlehawks defense makes a play late. Game on the line. Looking to throw. Has time. End zone. Incomplete. It's incomplete. The Stallions hang on to win. For overtime. DeLeo to throw. Pass. Caught by Roland. Needs some help. Not gonna get it. He stopped a yard short. Houston will pull off the upset. Looking to throw. Has time. Deep. Right side overthrown. Picked off. It's intercepted by Keenan Isaac. He's gonna need it right there. If they hand this off right side for Roland, they convert the 10-5. Chris Roland. I should shut up. Chris Roland touchdown. That's the dagger. Knicks toss left side and there's room. Has past the 30, past the 40, past the 20, 15, 10, 5. RJ Harvey. There we go. One play. Just need one play out of you. Gonna play action and look to throw. Mariota, sometime. Pass, intercepted! It's picked off! Yes! Yes! One play was all they needed! Jack Jones! Williams, play action, rolling left, looking to throw. Has time, pass, end zone, intercepted! It's Keyshawn Nixon calling game. Darnold to throw. Has time, pass, wide open, over the middle. The Seattle Seahawks do it. Play action looking to throw. Williams has some time. Pass deep. Over the middle. Has a man. It's DJ Moore. Touchdown Chicago. They win in overtime. Snap good. Hold good. Kick up. And he missed it. Wide right. The Steelers will host Houston on Monday night. Williams in shotgun. Back to his right. 3 receiving options to the left. 4th and 4. Trip to Seattle on the line. Man in motion. Williams looking to throw. Pressure coming. Rolling left. Trying to buy some time. Back near the 40. Pass left side. Williams is caught. Touchdown Chicago. Cole Kmet. Somehow the magic remains. What? May looking to throw in 3rd and 6. Rolling left. Gonna take it himself. And that will do it. A first down carry. It's a gain of 7. And the Patriots have booked their ticket to Santa Clara. Zeros on the clock. The Seattle Seahawks, for the first time since 2014, are your NFC champion. Hello, everybody, and welcome on in. Week 7 of the UFL season continues. It's the Dallas Renegades in Birmingham take on the Stallions for game of the week in the UFL. These teams are only separated by 1 game for that 4th and final playoff spot. The Stallions, with the win, can propel themselves into that spot entering the next week. And Dallas, if they lose, they will fall all the way down to 6th in the standings. So a lot on the line in this one. Dallas looking to avoid losing 4 straight. Birmingham looking to build off of that nice win they had last week against Orlando. Kickoff is moments away from Protective Stadium in Birmingham, Alabama. Welcome on in, everyone. This should be a pretty damn good one. This is my game of the week. I'm expecting good things from this matchup, but time will tell. I was expecting DC to handle business against Louisville earlier in the day. Turns out they ended up getting handled themselves. So we'll see how this one plays out. But welcome on in. Austin Reed against Dorian Thompson-Robinson's your quarterback matchup for this one. And again, it should be a decently solid all-around game, but time will tell. As we're on to the playoff pushes. St. Louis got a nice win last night. Louisville with their win earlier, and then tomorrow we see Orlando take on Houston. So we'll see how this one plays out. We will see how this plays out. But welcome on in. The broadcast just say the Louisville DC game was all about Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. That's clever. Alright. Yeah, those standings. As of now, Louisville's in that 5th spot. Oh, yeah. All right, so the PWHL does 5-game series. I assume that's only for the first round. That makes sense for with how the league is. Oh, it's for both rounds. Okay. Yeah, because I know the NBA used to do 5-game series for the first round, and then it was 7 games for the rest. But doing it for both of the rounds. All right. Again, fairs. Okay. I believe, speaking of playoffs, I believe the NHL got some stuff going right now. Yeah, things are tied up at 1 apiece between Carolina and Philly. And then NBA got their next game of the night going, so I'll be keeping an eye on that one between OKC and the Lakers. Yeah, that's true. But also, so would a 7-game series. Because with that, you're guaranteed 4 games around. But I also get doing the 5-game series is with just how small the league is at the time. They're doing 5 games makes sense. All right, kickoff moments away here. I doubt they'll ever go to 3-game series. I think if anything they'll stick at 5 and then eventually go up. Because 3-game series don't really exist in sports, so it just wouldn't make a lot of sense to have it. Actually, pretty good attendance seemingly out in Birmingham tonight. I like it, especially with how big this game is going to be. And how big this game is for the playoffs. Oh, that's an interesting uniform combo for the Stallions. Maroon, white. I think that's the first time they're wearing those this year, and I kind of like it. But it will be Dallas getting the ball first in this one. So we'll see Austin Reed in that Renegades offense. As again, they're on a 3-game skid here, so hopefully, 3-game skid. So they're gonna try and hopefully right the ship a bit. Apparently, those are now like the alternates, but I doubt they'll wear them. To be fair though, they've never worn those in a game situation, so we never really got a chance to see how they would have looked on the field. Yeah, DTR and Austin Reed should be a good head-to-head. Especially with how the defenses from both sides have been playing. It should be good. I mean, I'm expecting Dallas's offense to have to get a bit more going in it. As kickoff is underway from Birmingham, Alabama, going to be returned. Oh, he muffs it a bit, bouncing into the end zone. There's a touchback. How is that going to be ruled? Probably start from the 20, I would assume. Yeah, it was a right thing to change those uniforms. And I also like that they added alternates to Orlando's with the orange alternates. Those look good. And it's a ball on their own 20 to begin things. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair with the numbers. Maybe like a better outline to them. But again, I still prefer the orange over that dark gray or whatever they call it. Reed in shotgun back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Quick pass right side for Seth Green. Going to be caught for a gain of 2 or 3. Yeah, Tyler Vaughn's the receiver to watch. I'm expecting him to have a solid game in this one, kind of like that bounce back game for him. He's been quiet the past few weeks. Against this Birmingham secondary, he should be able to have a solid game. Oh, about the which one are you talking about then? The Birmingham ones? Quick pass out left side for Day Hunter, going to be met behind the line for a loss of 1. It'd be like the Birmingham ones numbers what? The gold numbers, yeah. I think they look fine. If anything, maybe not a white outline. Because the white kind of muddles things, but even then, not really. Yeah. So 3rd and 8, an early 3rd down test for Dallas. Reed in shotgun looking to throw once again. Pass left side is going to be incomplete. Looking for Tyler Vaughn's good coverage, forces it loose. And the Renegades go 3 and out to begin the game. It could have been a lighting thing as well, because again, like we never saw those other uniforms on the field. We only ever saw them in studio lighting, so. That's why I kind of wish they gave one home game to Birmingham in those uniforms, or we see a home game in those uniforms somewhere down the line. But I do like that they've pretty much made these maroons the primary. Punt comes off clean, going to be returned beginning from the 36. Trying to find room, gets up to about the 40 before going down. So the Stallions will start from there, and out comes Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Wait, the only UCLA player to ever record over 12,000 total yards. Really? Damn. All right, so 1st and 10. DTR and shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the left. Ball in roughly their own 41. Gonna play action and look to throw. Roll in right, pass in right. Gonna be caught for the first and more pass midfield. And sliding down to roughly the Dallas 46 is Dion Kane on the reception. Another receiver that I want to see get involved a bit more, and I think he will be now that John Ross has been released over this past week. So I think now Dion Kane is going to fill into that type of role for them. Yeah, sure, I'll see it. DTR alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Play clock winding down, going to look to throw. Tags, ball comes loose. He slips out of his hands. Now throwing again right side, and that's intercepted. What? So DTR from shotgun tries to throw. The ball slips backwards. He picks it up, throws it right. It's seemingly picked off by Stephen Jones. But at the same time, it feels like it might have been dropped shortly after he caught it. Yeah, that ball completely slipped out of his hands. And then just tried to get it out there. Yeah, that looks... is that a catch on the sideline? Yeah, they're going to give it to him. So it was an interception on the second play of the drive. Dallas going to hand this off going left for Elvis Merriweather for a gain of 1. That being ruled an interception is... I get it, but like at the same time, it's... I mean, I would have liked to see him take another look at that just to be safe. Oh, hell yeah. We were supposed to find out this weekend if Rodgers was going to return to Pittsburgh, but I guess it didn't agree to anything or finalize anything just yet. Yeah, I know he had a meeting with them yesterday. Reed looking to throw in 2nd and 9. Has some time, passes over the middle, going to be caught for the first. Pass midfield to about the Birmingham 45. It's Greg Ward on the reception. Yeah, basically. That's just a tough one for Birmingham because it was a mess of a sequence. Austin Reed hands off going left for Ellis Merriweather. It's a gain of about a yard, maybe to give him 2, depending on the spot. So a 2nd and roughly 8 coming up. Yeah, how does the ball slip like that when it seemingly is great weather in Birmingham right now? And then to try to throw it away and not have it get far enough out of bounds is just a tough mistake. Austin Reed dump off right side for Merriweather, going to be caught with space. Breaks off 1 tackle and gets brought down inside the 40 at about the 36. A 3rd and 1 coming up. All right, and Austin Reed heading to the sideline. They're going to Luke Leenan into the game. The more designated runner of the two. All right, Leenan and shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion right to left. Leenan going to keep it himself up the middle, and that's going to be enough for the first. Down to roughly the 30, maybe the 29. And out comes back Austin Reed, potentially. This is why I also like being able to hear broadcasts now. Luke Lennon in shotgun. Back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna play action and keep it himself going right. Not trying to pass this off to Greg Ward, but it's gonna be a backwards pass that falls to the ground and out of bounds for a loss of roughly 2. Because yeah, the pronunciation guys don't tell me the full roster pronunciation. So his name's just not on there, so. 2nd and 10 coming up. All right, Austin Reed back in shotgun, a back to each side. Second and 10. All right. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Merriweather, and that's gonna be a gain of roughly 4. So a 3rd and roughly 6, just under 9 minutes to play in the first. On 8:40. All right, Reed in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion left to right. They need the 20-yard line of Birmingham. Reed looking to throw. Pass right side is caught. Going to be more than enough for the first. He gets down to about the 15. It's Greg Ward on the grab, and they move the chains. And they're inside the red zone for the first time in this one. That's just a nice window to hit there. So 1st and 10. Reed in shotgun. Going to hand this off up the middle for Merriweather, and that's going to be a loss of 2. No chance on that one. Isaac Ukwu on the tackle for loss. Will be a 2nd and 12 coming up. "15 seconds on the play clock, and Dallas just now breaks the huddle. Reed in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion right to left. And there's going to be a penalty on the snap here that whistles the play dead. The movement up front. Who are they getting this on? It's encroachment against the Stallions. So add on 5 will be a 2nd and 7 coming up. Yeah. I'm going to be curious about how well viewers-wise this game does. With the playoffs starting soon. Reed in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Looking to throw once again. Pass right side for the end zone is tipped and incomplete. Oh, that should have been picked. There was a chance there. Stephen Gilmore bats it away, but Alex Cook was breaking on that ball for the interception. That's a tough one. All right, 3rd and 7 coming up. I would not be surprised. Reed in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. 3rd and 7, ball in the 12. Reed gonna look to throw. Pressure comes quick. Dump off right side for Merriweather. Gonna be caught, but not gonna be enough for the first. Picks up about 5 or 6. Gonna be a 4th and short coming up. Inside the 10. It's a 4th and 1. Offense is staying on the field. Offense on the field, and it's Luke Lennon in at quarterback for this one, trying to get the more mobility under center. He's in shotgun, back to his left, tight end in the backfield to his left as well. Handoff up the middle for Merriweather, going to be enough for the first. He gets brought down around the 2-yard line, so 1st and goal coming up. I mean, yeah, that's potential, but I think this game will be closer than that. I mean, that Titans Chiefs game last year was a pretty sloggy one. I think there's be a bit more action. Reed in shotgun, back to his right. 1st and goal from the 2. Handoff up the middle, and as Ellis Merriweather being stood up at the 1. 2nd effort push also not going to be enough, even if they let it happen. Yeah. That was one of those games. Because that was Chiefs' 3rd string quarterback, right? that was when Olacondu was I think that something like that. Reed in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. 2nd and goal from the 1. Gonna hand this off up the middle once again, and Merriweather not gonna get in. Maybe loses half a yard this time. Was it? Cause it was. I want to say it was Chris Olacondu was his name, but probably either mispronouncing or forgetting the last name. Hold on. No, now I need to double check this. All right, 3rd and goal. 4 minutes to play in the 1st quarter. Ball on the 1.5 yards. And it's Luke Lennon in the game. He's in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left as well. Handoff up the middle for Merriweather. And he gets in on the 3rd time around. 3rd time's the charm. Dallas takes the early lead. Taking advantage of the interception the defense got. And Dallas strikes first. All right. Yeah, the Chiefs had their 3rd string in for that game. Okonkwo? They only had 9 first downs in that game. Jeez. All right, Colton Thieker on for the extra point. It is up, and the Dallas Renegades lead by 7. That was a beauty of a drive there for Dallas. Talk about a long, sustained drive. That one lasted just about 8 minutes. And 14 plays, just about 8 minutes in that one. All right. So add commercial break on that. Dumbass MC Hammer construction commercial for Geico. All right. All right. Add commercial break. All right. Add commercial break. Give it a few minutes out from starting. Should be coming out of commercial break here soon. All right, just getting back from commercial break. We'll see what Birmingham can do in response to an interception in 2 plays on their first drive of this game. I'm not expecting that to be the story of this one. I think that they're gonna be a fine, have a solid game, but we'll see. Hopefully. Again, I was a massive fan of DTR when he was entering the NFL. I thought the Browns. I was excited when the Browns gave him a chance as a starter a few times. He just never quite lived up to it. But I would like to see him work his way back to some degree. All right, kickoff underway. Going to be returned. Nope, that's going to bounce before the landing zone. Bouncing about the 25. So Birmingham will begin from their own 40. Now that first drive for them lasted only 48 seconds. Jeez. Yep. Talking about the trades happened a few weeks ago once again. Because Dallas traded away Luis Perez, and he played great last night for St. Louis. That was a really damn good showing for them. And now DTR, obviously the starter here in Birmingham for the 3rd straight week. He's in shotgun back to his right. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and that's gonna be maybe a yard on the carry there for Anthony McFarland. It'll be 2nd and 9 coming up. All right, so DTR and shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Ball on their own 41. Going to look to throw. Pass left side is dropped by Justin Ross. Wasn't the cleanest of spirals on that throw, but it still hit him in the stomach. You have to catch that ball. But with all the other stuff surrounding the Patriots right now, mean, we'll see what they can do next year and build off of what they were able to do. But man, the amount of distractions they have this offseason is crazy. DTR and shotgun looking to throw in 3rd and 9. Has some time trying to roll left, passing this one deep left side, gonna be dropped again along the sideline. This time it was Dion Kane, the intended target. So back-to-back drops kills the drive, and the Stallions go 3 and out. Those were some good throws from DTR as well. They just can't hang on to them. And things can start getting ugly now. Yeah, could be that as well. So 4th and 9. And there's some movement up front. Dallas will call their first timeout here. Oh, now they're putting on the penalty on there for too many men on the field. Yeah, it's not a great start, but they can work things out with it. Is that too many men gonna... No, it's still gonna be 4th down. Like 4th and 4, right? Yeah, there's some confusion going on there on that Dallas sideline. He thinks he called timeout in time, but I think with a 2-minute man on the field penalty, a timeout doesn't impact it. Yeah. All right, so 4th and 4, punt comes off clean, and it's a great punt. Return beginning from the 5. Base pass to 10, 15, out of bounds around the 19 for Drake Stoops on the return. Dallas will have a minute 55 before the end of the quarter. But first, a commercial break in this one. Okay. There we go. Because game 3 between the Thunder and Lakers about to start as well. So I'm gonna multi-view this. Because why not? I have that ability now that I'm in this setup. So at commercial break. Is there? I wouldn't be too shocked by it. Yeah, there's some minor frame drops, but it's fine. Okay, as long as it's not completely disconnected, we can deal with it. That's just because the thing with this setup is I can be consistently connected off my PC here, but it's just the area doesn't get the best coverage, at least with like cellular as well, especially can be bad outside. Yeah, if that's the case, then yeah. It's nothing that's like too damaging. I also have quite a few tabs open. That probably is playing a factor. Yeah. Am I gonna ever use these tabs? Or am I just gonna end up scrapping this video? Yeah. Alright, let me finally close that window. That's been open for years. I'm not gonna end up using that. Maybe down the line at some point. But alright, just getting back from commercial break. Grab that as well. Okay. Alright, cleaning out some stuff. Just getting back from commercial break. Read in shotgun, a back to each side. Play action looking to throw, rolling right. Passing right side can be caught with space for a first, and then some up to about the 35, maybe generous to give him the 36. It's Seth Green on the reception. Yeah, it's been a pretty better game for them compared to the last few. So Reed in shotgun gonna hand this off up the middle, and that's gonna be a gain of 3 or so. Yeah. I'm curious about what's gonna be happening with Rodgers. Because like it's just I saw someone say that maybe the Cardinals, but that's one of the dumber things I've heard. Reed quick pass right side going to be met at the line of scrimmage for no gain. It'll be a 3rd and 6 coming up. That was Baylor Cup on the reception. Yep. All good over here. Although my dinner did kind of get screwed over. We Uber Eats something before the stream started, like an hour before, and they just messed up the order a bit. So it's we had some stuff here I was able to eat beforehand, but still kind of sucked. Yeah. All right, that's clock's gonna wind down. I think we're gonna head to the 2-minute warning here. Yep, not 2-minute warning. I mean, end of the first quarter. So 15 minutes in the books. Dallas leads by 7 with a 3rd and 6 coming up. Birmingham off to a real rough start in this one. But we'll see how things play out. We head to a commercial break. All right. At commercial break. Yeah. Oh, I just see. Yeah. That might be the play. That's weird, though. Yeah, I just saw it drop frames a bit. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not much. There's not a whole lot I can do with that. It's not like it is not like with the internet was messing up with the other setup where I can just change to a different type of that internet. But the upside is it just doesn't like full on disconnect for like minutes on end. So it's less of a hassle to work with. Annoying, yeah, but eh. Okay, say that right as it does do the stereotypical pop-up disconnect stuff. That's fantastic. Alright, just coming back from commercial break. Yeah. I'm keeping an eye on it over here. If it gets too bad, I have one idea I could do. Reed in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the left as well. Going to look to throw once again. Reed passed over the middle is caught by Drake Stoops. Going to be enough for the first, a gain of roughly 8. It's good. Handoff up the middle, gonna be past midfield to about the 47 or so. Yeah. Like for the majority, it should be like majority of the streamers should be fine, but there's probably gonna be a hiccup or two. Especially because I think my parents are getting back soon. All right. Handoff up the middle, going to be enough for the first. It's a gain of about 6 or so. Going to be past to roughly the 40, maybe the 39. Day Hunter on the return. On the carry. Yeah, definitely check for that. Reed in shotgun back to his right. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Day Hunter. That's a gain of about 2. Yeah, this Birmingham team as a whole just needs some type of momentum. We saw in the last game between Louisville and DC that all it takes is one play, and the entire tide of the game could shift with that penalty call against DC late in the first half. But it doesn't take a lot for the tide to change. Reed in shotgun back behind him, tight end in the backfield to his right, going to look to throw. Pass right side on 2nd and 8, going to be caught by Tyler Vaughns for a gain of roughly 4. Do that. So it's a 3rd and roughly 2 coming up. Reed in shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Ball on roughly the 31 of the Stallions. Going to keep it himself up the middle is Luke Lennon. Has space inside the 20, the 15, and finally brought down around the 12. Luke Lennon. He's been the go-to mobile quarterback for the Renegades today. He's getting those chunk yards with ease. If this fixes the drops I'm seeing on my end, that would be hilarious. All I did was close Discord, and all of a sudden I think it's running better. I've heard that Discord is a pain in the ass when it comes to doing other stuff with it open. Handoff up the middle, going to be a gain of about 3 or so. Day Hunter on the carry. Maybe you get 4. But I have heard that Discord can cause issues. It hasn't before with me, but I would not be shocked if that's what was happening earlier. No, it's not just that, because I have friends in general that are sending me shit. I also just typically like keeping Discord open because I never know when I'll get sent stuff, so. Reed pass right side, going to be caught behind the line for a loss of roughly 2. Yeah, I'm gonna look at, after stream, I'll look into a setting to see if I could fix Discord's optimization. Yeah. Reball. Reed in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left as well. 3rd and 6. Going to look to throw. Reed with some time, pass left side for Hunter is incomplete through the hands of Day Hunter. There's now a penalty down as well in the secondary. That was nearly picked also. Illegal contact against the Stallions is the call. Half the distance to the goal and automatic first. That is a tough one for the Stallions. Yeah, it's through the hands of both Day Hunter and the Stallion defender. God, the Stallions should have 2 interceptions right now. It's crazy. Yeah, so 1st and goal. Reed in shotgun, back to his left. Handoff up the middle for Day Hunter. Gonna get down to the 1. 10 minutes to play in the first half. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna mention the raids and all that when I see them. It might be a bit awkward doing it, but I'm gonna. Handoff up the middle for Day Hunter, trying to bounce it out left side. Gonna lose about a yard. Okay, so it wasn't just closing Discord. Oh well. Again, we ball. Alright, Reed in shotgun, looking to throw in 3rd and goal. Pressure coming, rolling left, pass for the end zone is dropped by Tyler Vaughns. That's like the 3rd drop touchdown they've had in the past 2 weeks. Penalty marker down in the end zone as well. I think this would be on Dallas for Vaughns kicking the football after dropping it. Yeah, it could be on sportsmanlike conduct against Dallas. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good trade. Good play by Reed. Yeah, that does get tipped, barely. And then, yeah, Vaughns kicks the football in the end zone after dropping it. That's a tough one. Well, yeah, you can't kick it out of frustration like that. That's always been a penalty. So out comes Thieker on for the field goal try. It's a 35-yard kick from the left hash. It is up, and it is good. Dallas leads by 10. Oh yeah, it needs to be reworked, but I don't think they're ever gonna fully rework it. Because in part unsportsmanlike conduct is the umbrella term for a lot of like the personal foul penalties and all that. Like it falls under taunting and a few other things fall under it. Same thing how personal foul has a few different things going underneath it. I mean, you're still allowed to taunt, but there's certain things that you can't do, which yeah are kind of dumb, but oh well, what you really gonna do about it? Yeah, there's a ton of things the NFL should do, but I doubt they will. I mean, like it took them so long to finally get a deal in place with the refs. Yeah, so we're not getting replacement refs for next year. They figured out a CBA. Like, it took him long enough to do it. It's a very rough spot with the penalty stuff in the ref situation. Only so much can get done with it. Like you can do other things. Like you can kick the air in frustration, but like part of the reason why they don't want you kicking the football is I would imagine. Wait, why am I even trying to like somewhat logic this? It is kind of dumb. Like there's logic behind it there for the league that I'm sure in a way can make sense, but I'm not in a mind. I'm not. I don't care to work about it right now. Well, so yeah, so dunking on the goalpost is now a penalty. For a while it wasn't, but it is now because one time I believe it was Jimmy. It was either I think it was either Jimmy Graham or Greg Olson, or it was someone like a few years before them. But someone dunked on the goalpost, and it full on bent the goalpost and shifted it to where they had to suspend the game to fix it. That's why they've made that a penalty. So that way that doesn't happen again. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. So again, I want to say it wasn't. It's either Jimmy Graham, Greg Olson, or Antonio Gates. Yeah, someone full on tilted the goalpost. Just back from commercial break, kickoff underway. It was Jimmy Graham, thank you. Going to be returned beginning from the 12, space up past the 30, and going to work his way to roughly the 33. My penalty marker down on the return as well. Damn. Like, most of the weird rules that are in the league that kind of don't make a lot of sense were done because one time it happened and it caused the game to just be put on hold. They don't want to make sure that so it's more so like pace of play type of rules. All right, DTR and shotgun back to his left, two receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off up the middle, and that's going to be about a yard on the carry. I'm tempted to see if I can see this from 2nd and 9 coming up. There's about 8 minutes to play and a half. DTR and shotgun back to his left, two receivers to each side, man in motion right to left. Going to look to throw. With some time past left side, going to be caught along the sideline up to the 45-yard line. It's Jaden Mickens on the grab. Yeah, that was where we're hitting a massive lag spike. It's for one of them. I don't have any other things I can close. That's the thing. So I have an idea. DTR handoff up the middle, can have space past midfield and down to roughly the Dallas 46 or so. I've had to do this in the past to help this. I wouldn't like it, but it should work. Yeah, the Stallions have not had a lot of time of possession in this one. Again, it's not even the laptop I'm on right now. The laptop would be worse. All right, 7 minutes of play and a half. There's a brief stoppage here. It might have been their first down, actually. Yeah, it would have been. First or second first down. DTR and shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Going to hand this off of the middle. That's going to be enough for the first down. They marked him just shy before. It is Tyron Davis Price on the carry. Going to be enough for the first. I don't know. 6:20 to play in the half. Ball on the Dallas 45-yard line. Gonna hand this off going right for Tyron Davis Price. That's gonna be a gain of about a yard. What was what? There's me mumbling there, then yeah. Sometimes when I have an idea that I'm sure that I don't fully like, I just mumble just nonsense just to like show it. No, then I'm not sure then. DTR looking to throw in 2nd and 9. Passing deep, left side is well overthrown and incomplete. Jaden Mickinson nearest target. 5:19 to play in the half. That might just be YouTube being weird. I know YouTube has been a bit weird in the past few days. Just under 5 minutes to play and a half. DTR and shotgun. 3 receiving options to the left, 2 to the right. Going to look to throw in 3rd and 9. Pressure coming. Passed over the middle for the tight end screen. Going to be caught, but also going to lose about 3 there for Jordan Thomas. Yeah. They're definitely not in field goal range here, though, so they're going to have to go for it. Stallions do get ball to begin the second half, so they're still in an okay spot here, but we'll see. 4th and 11. DTR and shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Going to look to throw. Has some time. Pass over the middle is underthrown, but caught. And he walks it in for 6. How was that caught? That should have been picked off. Instead, the Stallions cut into this deficit. It's Daewood Davis, the former Miami Dolphin, on the grab and takes it 46 yards to the house on 4th and 11. They've been waiting for a play like that. That's a dangerously lucky throw. I need to see the replay on that, because that was... The safety broke on that ball damn near perfectly. Like, that's a gutsy throw to make on 4th and 11. Extra point is up, and it is right down the middle. Yeah, I need to... I mean, it's the correct read. How is that not picked? How does that sneak through? What? Did I forget? Yeah. Damn. Yeah. And that's partly the same as well. We're headed to a commercial break with 3:57 to play. How does that should have been picked? And I think what part of it was is I instinctively switched the possession and then I realized the touchdown because that definitely should have been picked off. Like that was an interception 99% of the way through that play. God, Rappaport, can you not tweet about the NBA right now? Also, I think I'm hearing fireflies outside my window. That's a first. All right, so at commercial break after the 46-yard touchdown. But yeah, sure. That's one way to get things going. Can they build off of it? It's going to be up to defense to make a similar stand. Or maybe actually get the turnover that they've come so close to getting so far in this one. Yep, at commercial break. All right, should be coming out of it here soon. There's a tidbit for tomorrow's game at 6 p.m. EST between the Storm and the Gamblers. Should be a decent one. That game being in Houston makes me feel a bit better about what the Gamblers could do. That's crazy. What it could be in that case is sometimes when it doesn't pop out as well when you're looking at something else, because YouTube does have pop outs, it could cause that to be a bit weird. But yeah. Yeah, also with Deckers being back, it seems it should be a good one for Houston. Because yeah, I have had it to where when you're going from another app, so like the play, like the behind audio and the background audio could be a bit weird when going back to actually watching. But YouTube's just weird in general, so who knows? Kickoff going to be returned up to about the 32. All right, here's a replay of them showing once again for that touchdown pass. Again, I don't get how that gets completed. Reed going to hand this off going left for Merriweather. That's a gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 coming up. There's someone on that Birmingham sideline and in the stands wearing a full-on horse costume. Respect. Read in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Going to look to throw in 2nd and 7. Pressure coming, trying to escape, but sacked. Back at his own 27. Isaiah Coe on the sack there. And it's a 3rd and long coming up for the Renegades. And all of a sudden, Birmingham has that momentum in this one. There's a 3rd and 15 coming up. Read in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Man in motion, left to right. The movement up front before the snap. Going to make it a 3rd and 10, as that's going to be an offside call against the Stallions. All right, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9. Final play before the 2-minute warning. Read in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Going to look to throw once again. Read with some time, passing deep right side. It's off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Deontay Burnett. The Renegades will go 3 and out right before the 2-minute warning. The Stallions with a chance to take the lead entering halftime all of a sudden. At the 2-minute warning in this one. It's been a back and forth game, even with how this started for the Stallions. So heading to commercial break. All right. At commercial break. Birmingham with a great opportunity here. Oh, the Thunder are up by 9 currently. I wanted to multi-view this, but I'm not going to risk stuff like that right now. I don't need to. Jason Wallace has 11 points for him? Jeez, okay. I should be coming out of commercial break here soon. One or two more commercials here. We have final 2 minutes in the first half. Again, even with how this game started for Birmingham, it's been a pretty good one. So at commercial break. Still at commercial break. The long commercial break here for a 2-minute warning. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Let's see what the Stallions can do with a good opportunity here before the half. But first, we're going to have to punt this one away. Yeah. Again, Dallas has had 2 3-and-outs to bookend this half. In between was a 15-play touchdown drive and then a 15-play field goal drive. Both of which lasted just over 8 minutes. So they're playing fine right now. All right, 4th and 9. Punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 12. Face past the 15. Going to be brought down right around the 20. So Stallions will start from there, looking to get a field goal out of this drive. First and 10, officially ruling the ball on their own 19. DTR and shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the left as well. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and that's gonna be a gain of about 2 or so for Anthony McFarland. The clock will roll. Stallions have all 3 timeouts. DTR and shotgun back to his right, going to look to throw in 2nd and 8. Pressure coming, pass deep, right side, going to be overthrown and incomplete. Looking for Justin Ross, so a 3rd and 8 coming up. So a 3rd and 8. $1:19 to go in the half. DTR and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Play clock winding down, and a timeout will be called here by the Stallions. They were not going to get that snap off in time. That's their first of the half. With 1:19 to play in the half. All right. At the timeout. Third and 8. DTR and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Man in motion on that left side. Robinson looking to throw. As time pass, left side is caught for the first. This is Jaden Mickens past the 30 to about the 33. Stallions keep the drive alive. Yeah. And now a stoppage with 1:09 to play in the half. Stallions try to go quick there. As there is a Renegades, so they'll get up afterwards. That is Quinterio Cole, I believe. It's either him or Gene Harris. Couldn't quite see the full number. Oh no, it's Stephen Jones. It's one of the single-digit corners they have. That's going to be a non-contact injury, isn't it? All right, 1:12 to play. That'll be the first timeout called for Dallas. First and 10 for the Stallions. DTR and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. Probably going to need, give or take, 35 yards for field goal range. As Robinson looking to throw deep right side into double coverage is tipped and incomplete. Nearly then corralled in there by Deon Cain, but couldn't quite keep his eye on the ball as it falls to the ground. Second and 10 coming up. I like the aggressiveness. I just don't think that's the way to go with it. Yeah, it's slightly underthrown as well, but even then, Deon Cain had a chance at that. So DTR alone in shotgun back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Going to look to throw once again. Quick pass right side, off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Dawood Davis. Threw it a bit too far outside. So third and 10 coming up. So third and 10. Third and 10. 1:02 to play in the half. Dorian Thompson-Robinson in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Going to look to throw. Stepping up and gonna be sacked. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but nonetheless, it's a 4th down coming up for the Stallions, and Dallas will call their second timeout to get the ball back and trying to extend this lead before halftime. That could be a fun way to go about it. All right, 4th and 10 coming up. So Birmingham will send this one down. Drake Stoops back to return. Colby Wadman set to send this one down. Depending on the return, Dallas could get something good out of this. Punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 21. Gets out past the 25, past the 30, and eventually stood up around the 36. So a solid return, going to give them some room to work with. And about 26 seconds until the end of the half. All right. So Reed in shotgun, looking to throw. I was well off on that time mark. Gonna get up to about the 41, maybe 42 before being stood up. Just about to hit the 30-second mark left in the half. Dallas goes up tempo. Reed in shotgun, back to his right. Going to look to throw once again. Reed with some time. Dump off right side, off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Dawood Davis. Some miscommunication there. He was expecting him to go outside. He went inside. So 3rd and 2 coming up. Seems like they're going to be going right back to the same play. Again, it worked there. Reed in shotgun, back to his right. Looking to throw in 3rd and 2. Has time, pass over the middle, caught by Deontay Burnett. Going to be enough for the first, up to their own 48-yard line. 16 seconds to play. Clock will briefly stop. They need about 10 more yards to get to that 60-yard field goal. Reed under center. And there's the spike. 2nd and 10 coming up. They have time for pretty much one more play. They do have a timeout on them, so they can go anywhere with it. I think a bit of both is the answer to it, because it's clear that he puts he puts a lot of effort and some thoughts into some of the references he makes, and clearly has deep intentions with it all. But most people are obviously kind of standard with it. Standard not the way. Standard's not the right way to put it. Reed gonna throw this one away right side as he was rolling right. Wasted 7 seconds of clock though on that. So 7 seconds again. They can work the entire field with this. They have their timeout. Reed and shotgun back to his right. Two receiving options to each side, I think. Yeah. Reed going to look to throw. Quick pass over the middle is caught and down. Oh no, it's incomplete. If that was caught, they probably could get a long field goal try out of them. Instead, with 2 seconds, they're going to chuck one deep. Yeah. All right, final play before the half. Reed and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well, going to look to throw. A desperation heave incoming. Austin Reed for the end zone. It's going to get there, and it's incomplete. Bonds wants a penalty, nothing thrown, and that's halftime. Dallas leads by 3. Birmingham will get the ball to begin the second half. And this is still anyone's game. With us just reaching halftime, I will quickly bear it back. All right. I'm back. We're at the half. Yeah, that touchdown pass for DTR should not have been caught. But here we are. But we're at the half. Damn, this Thunder Lakers game is actually close right now. It's not even LeBron doing anything. Wait, Luka is still out? Oh, come on. Yep, at halftime. And don't. The second half's gonna be a fun one in this. Gonna be a fun second half. Mm. Yep, at halftime. Yeah, Arby's, do you? Okay, that was weird. I don't know what the problem is, but we should be good. Again, it glitching out a bit at halftime is not can bother me too much. Yeah, the scheduled release is in roughly it's on Thursday next week. It's on May 14th. So we can start to figure out like what the storyline is gonna be for that. Kind of like what the matchups are gonna be. I'll be able to start planning what games I'll be live with and everything. The schedule release is a tad late to this year, but it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, again, NFL schedule release is on the 14th. So we get to find out some we get to find out some of the key matchups and when they'll take place. I'm excited for schedule release. Yeah, it's more so again. It allows me to start planning on what games I would want to be live with on certain weeks. Obviously, like as the matchups and the games actually unfold, stuff could change. But it allows me to get a preliminary idea, so I know kind of what I definitely need to make. Yeah. But yeah, next week I'm gonna be trying to get a head start on a ton of stuff for both next year. Yeah, it's weird right now. I don't got a clean answer for you. It's just weird. I think part of it. Okay. Weird. Yeah, at least it's halftime. It's doing this, but that's still annoying a bit. The fact that it even took a minute to get reconnected. Again, it might just be time for me to ditch OBS and go to Streamlabs. It might be time. All right, I don't know what's happening with this. It's weird. Why the fuck is it not getting a connection with it? This has not happened before. What the fuck? It has not happened to this extent before. I don't know what's going on. This is weird. We should be okay. It has not happened like this before, and it's annoying, but now it seems. What does YouTube itself on sound? Studio Lens. Is it back? Okay, YouTube is saying, yeah, YouTube is saying we're okay. Still not great, but it's saying it's fine. It's just weird. It has not happened to this extent before. I might try and see what's going on afterwards, but oh well. Okay, I'll keep an eye on everything. And I'll close this window just to see if that can help. I don't really need it. It's a window is like a luxury to have open. All right, DTR and shotgun back to his left. Be receiving options to the left as well. Gonna quick pass this left side is caught by Jaden Mickens, past the 30 to about the 33. Yo, what's up? Yeah, it's weird. Because I just ran a speed test off my phone. I get 200 down and 100 up. So, I don't know what's going on. Are you at the game? Hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so it might be OBS. It might be, I don't know. I'm probably getting shipped off of OBS soon anyway. Play action looking to throw in 2nd and 4. Pressure coming, trying to escape, rolling right, buying some time. Still looking down the field, gonna just loft this one out of bounds, incomplete. It's like, I get good internet here. It's looking good on TV. It's looking good on TV right now. DTR and shotgun back to his left, looking to throw in 3rd and 4. Dump off left side, going to be caught, but only a gain of 1 on the play for Anthony McFarlane. Stallions go 3 and out to begin the second half. Not great. Yeah, like for reference, here I get 200 up and 100 down. In my other setup, when I use the laptop, I get like 70 up and 50 down. So it's definitely better internet here. It's probably just OBS having issues with it occasionally. I don't know. Punt comes off clean, going to be returned and let bounce, and then eventually picked up around the 4. Gonna have space past the 5 and brought down roughly around the 9. So great punt there. Birmingham gonna pin them deep inside their own 10. All right, we'll see what Austin Reed can do. All right, 13-22. 13 for 22 is Austin Reed's completion on the night. 13-10 to play in the third quarter. No, it's not complete. It just depends on the game, really. And also, there's just most people lurk instead and just trying to find ways to listen to the game. We punted this for some reason. Going to be returned beginning from the 5 up past the 20 and down to the 21. Yeah, it depends on the game, depends on the time of the game, because that also plays a factor. And it depends on what else is going on as well. Because at the same time, we have NBA and now NHL playoffs. going as well, so most of the attention's on that for people. Yeah. The question now is Carolina going to actually make it past the conference finals? It'll be is it what the third time in 4 years making it and actually make the finals for once? Reed and shotgun back to each side, going to look to throw. Dump off left side, caught by Drake Stoops. Gonna have space past the 25 and eventually brought down around the 30, maybe 31. Yeah, and that's part of it. That's part of the charm with it. That's why the key thing is I always make sure to like keep a focus on the game, even when talking to Chad. Handoff up the middle, gonna be Day Hunter with some space. Nice cut, gonna bounce out right side, past the 40, and finally brought down around the 42. Another first down pickup for Dallas. All right, they're going well with this. First and 10 coming up. Twelve minutes of play in the third. Reed and shotgun back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left as well. Quick pass left side can be caught by Baylor Cup with space. Pass midfield and tripped up right around the 49. It's a gain of 9. So a 2nd and 1 coming up. So 2nd and 1. Reed in shotgun, back to his left. Tight end in the backfield to his right. Handoff up the middle for Day Hunter, and that's going to be enough for the first. Just barely. Gets directly to that line to gain. So 1st and 10, 11 minutes to play in the third. All right, 1st and 10. Play clock winding down. Reed in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. They get the snap off in time as a play action looking to throw. Birmingham sends pressure. Dump off over the middle is dropped by Day Hunter. He had space to run as well. And now there's a penalty down as well. Going to be called against the Stallions. Illegal contact against, I believe that's Trey Norwood on the call. So 5 yards and automatic first. All right. So 1st and 10, Reed and shotgun back to his right, receiver in the backfield to his left. Ball now on the Birmingham 43. Handoff up the middle, gonna be a gain of only about a yard on the play. Alright, not bad. So 2nd and 8 coming up. $9:45 to play in the third. Reed in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers to each side, man in motion left to right. This has been a great first drive of the half for them. Reed looking to throw, trying to dump this off left side, and it's batted away and incomplete. Birmingham's going to have a clear recovery just in case, but this is going to be ruled incomplete nonetheless. 3rd and 8 coming up. Yeah, that ball comes out. It's incomplete. So 3rd and 8 coming up. As it sits, it would be a 60-yard field goal for the Renegades. Reed in shotgun, back to his right. Gonna look to throw once again. Pressure coming, stepping up. Pass over the middle is spiked and incomplete. Looking for Baylor Cup. And it's 4th and 8. And there's a choice to be made here for Dallas. The offense is staying on the field here. Yeah, so when spiked and incomplete is said, it's like it's at the feet of his intended target. Is the spiked. It's spiking the ball. Reed looking to throw in 4th and 8, rolling right. Takes it himself and not gonna get the first. Lowered their shoulder, but would be a yard shy. Yeah, because because when you spike the ball to kill the clock late in the game, you just throw it straight at the dirt. It's the same thing. It's just you're not intending to spike it, but you do. That's a honestly hell of a play for Austin Reed. Didn't get the first, but I like the effort he showed there. Teammates are gonna rally behind that. We head to a commercial break. At commercial break. At commercial break, we await the Stallions' next drive. Still a 3-point game in this one. Kind of surprising. But at commercial break. All right. Yeah, so the Phillies get the Flyers getting swept by Carolina was something. I should be coming out of commercial break here soon. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, the yeah, it's definitely coming up soon, but you got time. I I am a bit of a procrastinator for certain things, and seeing that much time in between now and then, it gets me thinking that there's still plenty of time. You can wait a bit, but not do not take that advice. When you it's there's certain things I like to plan ahead and think ahead for, and other things where I'm just like, yeah, I can do this well enough day before. But yeah, it's something that I do need to get better with, but at the same time, At the same time, the priorities are there in a way to where I don't procrastinate on things that are important. Yeah, I'm kind of that way too. And that's part of the reason why things end up getting procrastinated at the last minute, is because I can't think of an idea for something. All right, read Dorian Thompson Robinson in shotgun back to his timing could not have been better on that. Yeah, there's the reconnect. Okay. Okay. Back to show and stream healthy. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, should be good. Back, cool. So, off to my left here on the floor, I have my old PC. I'm very tempted for tomorrow to switch PCs and see if that fixes it. And seeing if this is a PC connection issue or if it's something deeper. Because it wouldn't be like it would purely be switching PCs just to go live off that PC. Essentially, it would be me having a two PC setup, which I'm kind of fine with. It would just be really annoying having to then re-plug in my mic and everything to my main PC. But if I need to, I will. I kind of like the idea of testing that. That might be in the cards. I very well might for tomorrow. We'll see. It depends how much time I have, because we do have Mother's Day plans in the morning. Depending on how much time I have, I might. But that's definitely on the cards for this. It's that, and it's also changing from OBS to Streamlabs. Both are in the cards, and probably both will be tested. Like, I've had the idea of going to a two PC setup for a while now, anyway. So it might be in the cards. If it does happen, I probably will be standing for the entirety of tomorrow, because that'll be the best way for me to makeshift set it up. Because I can just raise the desk and put this over there easily. But we'll see. Again, it typically doesn't behave like this, but it's just I would rather not just settle for this and see if I can find ways to improve it. As we're just coming back from commercial break, not much has been missed in between all that. Read in shotgun, gonna play action and look to throw. Step in left, dump off to Greg Ward, gonna be a gain of roughly 2. So 2nd and 8 coming up. Reed in shotgun, back to his right, gonna hand this off up the middle. And that's Ellis Merriweather being met at the line for no gain. So a 3rd and 8 coming up. Just under 6.5 to play in the 3rd quarter. Third and 8 coming up. Clock continues to roll, down to 6 minutes. Reed in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Going to look to throw, dump off left side, caught by Merriweather. Not going to be enough for the first. He's brought down at roughly the 36. So it's a 3 and out for Dallas. All right. Yeah. I recently, like a few days ago, got my hair cut and my beard trimmed. That was nice. It was about time I got that done. I delayed it a bit too long there. Yeah. Punt comes off clean. Going to bounce and be returned beginning from the 10. Base past the 20 and gets to about the 23 or so. Not bad. But what time? 3 o'clock tomorrow? I'll be before I go live. Okay, cool. That's a 3:30 tip for New York Philly tomorrow. That would probably end around 5:30 or so. Cool. Yeah, man, that's fair. All right, DTR and shotgun back to his right. Gonna hand this off up the middle as Anthony McFarlane with space for the first down and a whole lot more. Past the 35 and finally brought down right around the 40. All right, that could be the spark. That could be a spark here for the Stallions. All right, DTR and shotgun back to his left, looking to throw in 1st and 10. Pass deep over the middle is overthrown and incomplete, looking for Dawood Davis. Again, I like the aggressiveness that they're doing here, but it also just feels unnecessary at times as well. It just feels unnecessary. DTR and shotgun gonna hand this off going left, and that's gonna be a gain of fights his way to for a gain of 8. It's Tyron Davis Price there on the carries. A 3rd and 2 coming up. All right, not bad. Yeah, that's also been part of the reason why I'm not too upset about the frame drops, is because this game has been kind of a nothing burger this half. So now, if it was a high scoring affair, I'd be even more pissed. But I'm like, I would deal with it for this type of game. It kind of fits. DTR gonna hand this off up the middle, and that's gonna be enough for the first. A gain of roughly 3. Gets right to midfield. And it's getting chippy after the play here. Penalty marker down. .314 to play in the 3rd. After the plays, a personal foul against the Stallions. To push them back 15, it'll still be a 1st down as they picked up the 1st during the play. But that's a tough penalty to have. Oh, I would have been pissed. If this happened during any of those playoff games, I would have been upset. Or any of those games towards the end of the season last year. I would have been upset. Especially because that would have happened because the semester got moved back a week. I was supposed to be up there a week sooner than I was this past semester. Yeah. DTR and shotgun back to his left. Hand off up the middle, and there's some space for Davis Price for a gain of 4. Because it was the first time Tom rated me. It was during Rams-Lions Sunday night game that went to overtime. I had to call the stream at roughly the end of the 3rd because I just couldn't figure out the internet issues in that setup up north. It pissed me off so much. DTR going to hand this off up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of about a yard. But yeah, that was really annoying. But since then, like, it hasn't been too bad, even in the matter of the setup. We're knocking on wood on that. We're knocking on wood on that. DTR and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. 2 minutes to go in the third. Looking to throw. Has some time. Deep shot. Right side for Justin Ross. A tad overthrown. Incomplete. So it's 4th and 4. Yeah. All right, DTR is off the field. They're going to punt after that. So the penalty kind of killed the drive. Not really. A minute and a half to play in the third. Punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 3. Space outside the 10, past the 15, out of bounds at roughly the 16 for Drake Stoops. Both teams seemingly going to be held scoreless through the third quarter. This is a big one here for Dallas. It's really a chance to close things out in this. But we'll see. Nah, sadly not. We have not seen a punt return touchdown this season. We've seen 1 kickoff return touchdown. Special teams have not been quite to the level as was expected. Reed and shotgun back to his right. They actually marked him out of bounds at the 14. Handoff up the middle for Day-Day Hunter, going to fight his way to roughly the 17. Good. Each UFL team gets a 1-game use card for an actual NFL player that they get assigned during the offseason. It has to be used for a regular season game. Reed pass over the middle, can be caught by Emmanuel Butler. Gonna be up to the 25-yard line, enough for the first. It's a random hat to draw as well before the season. So you have one team that picks the card and they just get like, and they just get Daniel Jones or someone. All right, clock will continue to run, and that should get us to the end of the third quarter. Yep, 15 minutes remain. A big game here between the Renegades and the Stallions. A chance to completely shake up the standings entering week 8. We head to a commercial break. It's a 1st and 10 coming up for the Renegades from their own 25. And I like the idea of a team just getting getting one random NFL player in a week. Fair, fair. Or because the thing with the league this year is that they're like softly assigned colleges that are close to them that would that they were able to like get first dibs on players on. So you have a team like Birmingham, their random NFL player to be able to use is like, and it was like Mac Jones or something, because he went to Alabama. Gonna be up at commercial break. Yes. Yeah, that's the Columbus Aviators with their hat draw get like Jeff Driscoll because he played briefly for the Browns. But that's like it. Obviously something like that's never going to be happening. But even if it does, the NFL is clearly going to make it to where it can't be their star players. It would be really funny. It would be funny. Yep, at commercial break. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Start of the fourth quarter. Dallas first and 10 from their own 25. This feels very similar to the Louisville St. Louis game from last week, where at this point, next score probably wins the game. Yeah. So first and 10 for Dallas. Things are starting to get loud in Birmingham. There's a few players where it's like that, but at the end of the day, it's like more. Some players are given the benefit of the doubt if they show good work ethic and that they have like some improvement year in year out. False start against Dallas to begin the fourth quarter. The first and 15 coming up. Also, offensive line's a tough position to fill out. So, Reed in shotgun. No, it's Lennon in shotgun. Gonna hand this off going left for Greg Ward. Gonna get the yards back from the penalty and then a few extra. All right, so a second and roughly 8 coming up. Yeah, I think the Giants are gonna be building the offensive line a little bit better for next year, but they're gonna be one of those interesting teams to watch in terms of just what they could do. Looking to throw Reed from shotgun and he's sacked. Back at the 18-yard line. It's TJ Carter on the sack. And a third and long coming up. Looks like he might have stepped on one of his own linemen there. Yeah, his lineman got pushed back into him. What did that do? But like the thing that excites me the most about the Giants is that Jackson Dart looked well last year, and that was all without Malik Neighbors being on the field. Because Malik Neighbors got hurt in week 4 while Russell Wilson was still the quarterback. Reed play action looking to throw in third and 16. Sidestepping left, pass over the middle is caught, and going to be brought down at roughly the 25. It's a gain of 6, not going to be enough for the first. Dallas will have to punt. It very well feels like a next score wins type of game. Yeah, like that trio has potential. They just all need to stay healthy. That's the thing with it. All right, punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 30. Gonna get past the 35 and fighting his way roughly towards the 40 before being brought down. Solid return, gonna set up the Stallions well. And there's some pushing and shoving going on afterwards as well. Things are getting feisty between these two. So 1st and 10. 12:41 to play in the game for the Stallions. DTR, 8 for 20 in this game. It's been a rough one, but they're still in it late. In part because of how insane their defense has been playing. In shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Tight end in motion, right to left. Gonna hand this off up the middle. And that is a gain of about 3 for Tyron Davis-Price. So 2nd and roughly 7 coming up. DTR and shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Going to look to throw. Has some time, pass over the middle, is caught by Jaden Mickens. Down to the Dallas 42. All right, a good strike there for Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Dallas. There's a chance here for Birmingham. First and 10. 11:40 to play in the game. Robinson in shotgun, gonna hand this off up the middle, and that's Davis-Price for a gain of 1. 2nd and 9 coming up. All right, DTR and shotgun, looking to throw in 2nd and 9. Pass over the middle is caught with some space inside the 25 and getting his way down to the 22 or so. It is Debris Barber on the reception, and the Stallions are moving a bit here. They're in field goal range. They're approaching the end zone. Chance to take the lead. Again, with how this game's been playing, a touchdown here might be the final score. Handoff up the middle. And it's stuffed at the line for no gain for Anthony McFarland. Gonna hand this off once again, this time going right, and that's gonna be a gain of 1. So a 3rd and 9 coming up. And there is a Stallion player still to get up afterwards as well. It'll be a 3rd and 9 coming up. $9:53 to play in the game. And we head to commercial break off of it. At commercial break. Max Crosby released a rap song. Sure. All right, still at commercial break. Yeah. Which again, I love hockey overtime, especially when it gets to the playoffs and you have just the golden goal stuff. Because you have the triple overtime there, the Panthers Hurricanes quadruple overtime 4 years ago at this point. During the pandemic, Tampa and Montreal, I believe, went to 7 overtimes. It's just crazy. It's crazy, but because like by the time you get to even double overtime, you're already stressed out whenever the opposing team has the puck in the O zone. So that when you as the more overtimes keep going, it adds to it. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Ball on the Dallas 22-yard line. It's 3rd and 9. Yeah, that's very true. When games go to that many overtimes, the goalie is not at fault for how it ends. DTR and shotgun, looking to throw in 3rd and 9. Pressure coming, trying to roll right. Still looking. Just gonna launch this one right side. It's out of bounds, incomplete, a throwaway. Yeah. Again, a game lasts that long. It goes to that many overtimes. I don't blame the goalie, no matter how it ends. Alright, so out comes the field goal unit to tie this game up at 10. It's Andres Carlson on for the field goal try. 40-yard kick from the right hash. They just mentioned his missed field goal against the 49ers a few years back in the playoffs. Kick is up, and it is right down the middle. This game is tied at 10 with just under 9 minutes to play in this one. Yeah. It's impressive to go that far and still have it be a shutout. It's very impressive. You're interviewing DTR on the sideline after that drive. I gotta respect these players to be able to just go from a drive like that straight to put on a headset and being interviewed. It's not easy. Yeah. All right, kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 9. Space pass to 25, pass to 30. Has a breakthrough. Pass midfield. Eventually forced out of bounds, but not before getting to the Birmingham 47 on the return. It's a Gene Harris, and Dallas has a chance to respond and retake the lead. That's a great return for Dallas. How do they build off of it? This Birmingham defense, though, has been playing well. Reed in shotgun, back to his right. Play action looking to throw. Has some time. Pass over the middle is caught for the first. Down to about the 34-yard line is Deontay Burnett on the grab. Dump off left side for Drake Stoops on 1st and 10. Going to be a gain of about 4 up to the 30. So 2nd and 6 coming up. About 8 minutes to play in the game. Damn. Yeah, those type of playoff series are always fantastic. Handoff up the middle. Going to be a gain. Fights forward for about 4. That same series where Carolina and Florida had a 4 overtime game, they also had a 2 overtime game, and each game was like within a goal or 2. Like, it was a very tight series, but it was still a Florida sweep. So 3rd and 1, they're saying. More so like a 3rd and 1.5. Why is someone wearing a Bills hat at this game? Is Luke Lennon in shotgun. Back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. It's more so a 3rd and 2. Gonna keep it himself right side on the read option, and that's enough for the first. It's a gain of about 3. No, because it kind of defeats the purpose of why you keep going overtimes. Because if you go empty net, it's just gonna be whoever gets the next shot will win. It kind of just Lennon keeps it himself again up the middle, gonna get inside the 20 to about the 18. 6:15 to play in the game. They're focusing on killing some time now here. Trying to give as little as possible to the Stallions. Yeah, like field empty nets happen, but they're not too common. It depends on the situation. Lennon still in the game here. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Merriweather, and that's a gain of about 3 or 4. 6-on-6 defense is a good way. It's probably be the way you would have to do it. But still, it's one of those situations where I just part of the fun of all those overtimes is because the goalies are playing so well, and it's just it's just trying to see who would break first. Well, yeah, but the game ain't decided yet. Lennon in shotgun gonna hand this off up the middle, and there's room for Merriweather. One man to beat, and he is in. Dallas retakes the lead on the 13-yard touchdown run for Ellis Merriweather. They go up by 6, potentially 7, and pressure is back on the Stallions with 5:08 to play in this one. All of a sudden, teams are scoring. Yeah, good hole. Good hole opened up. Merriweather hits that hole nicely. So 5:08 to play in the game. The extra point from Colton Feeker. It is up and it is good. Sneaks through that left upright. It's a 7-point lead for Dallas, trying to break their losing skid. Birmingham looking to deal a massive blow to the Renegades. First, a commercial break. We shall see how this one wraps up. And we head to commercial break. When we're at commercial break, I'll quickly be right back. All right. So that commercial break. Yeah, scoring's finally happened late in this one. It's about time. It is about time. Just coming back from commercial break. About 5 minutes to play in this one. Yeah, it's been a very balanced game for Dallas in this one. 30 rush attempts for 126 yards, 35 pass attempts, 126 yards. I would think if they were to just score late and then not end up sending the game into overtime, I think it would be because they went for two. I don't think Andres Carlson is one to be missing extra points. All right, kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from about the 3. Space out past the 15, past the 20, 25, past the 30, past the 40, and finally out of bounds, but not before getting to the 42 or so yard line. Dion Kane on the nice return there. Let's see if this Dallas defense can hold out here. The timing of these games have not been kind to me. OKC is up by 12 against the Lakers right now. DTR and shotgun back to his right, looking to throw in 1st and 10. Has some time, stepping up, pass left side, caught by Deion Kane. Going to get past midfield and out of bounds around the 49. There is a penalty down, though. Seemingly going to be against Dallas here. He has illegal contact against the Renegades. It'll be 5 yards from the previous spot, an automatic 1st down. All right. The clock begins to tick. 4:45 and count into play in this one. DTR and shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Going to look to throw once again. Pressure coming, rolling right, buying some time. Takes it himself. Gonna get past midfield and out of bounds around the 48 of Dallas. Alright, solid play. Using his legs a bit. We have not seen that a lot from DTR so far tonight. I like that he's starting to use it a bit more. So a 2nd and roughly 6 coming up. DTR and shotgun gonna hand this off right side for Tyron Davis-Price. Gonna be enough for the 1st, a gain of 7. 4 minutes and count into play in this one. So 1st and 10 coming up. DTR and shotgun throwing this one over the middle, and it's Jaden Mickens on the nice grab through some contact. Another 1st down pickup for the Stallions. They're moving pretty well here. That's a dangerous throw. Places it nicely for Mickens. That's a great pass from Dorian Thompson-Robinson over the outstretched hand of the Dallas defender. Gonna put them inside the 25 at roughly the 23. This game's gonna be interesting down the stretch. 3.5 to play in this one. DTR and shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Handoff up the middle for Davis-Price. Gets inside the 20 and down to the 19. Clock will continue to run. Gonna hand this off up the middle once again for Davis-Price, and that's a gain of a yard. 3 minutes and count into play in this one. This game's gonna come down to the wire here. It's also gonna end a lot sooner than these games typically do. Typically, these games are about 3 hours long. We got 30 minutes until we hit that mark. DTR and shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. About 2.5 to play in this one. Potentially the final play before the 2-minute warning. Quick pass left side is incomplete. Justin Ross couldn't hang on through the contact of Stephen Jones. And it's 4th and 4. What do the Stallions do here? The offense is on the field. They have all 3 timeouts. DTR and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. They need the 14-yard line. In shotgun, looking to throw. Pass left side is caught by Jaden Mickens. He breaks off 2 tackles. And at the 2-minute warning, this game is an extra point away from being tied. On 4th and 4, it's Jaden Mickens from 18 yards out. It's loud. I love to hear that. I love to hear that it's allowed over there. That's now, both of the touchdowns for the Stallions tonight have been on 4th down. Two minutes to play in this one, and here comes Andres Carlson for the extra point. Both teams have all their timeouts, so there's time for both of them. The extra point is up, and it is good. All squared up at 17 with 2 minutes to play. Fourth down for the Stallions has been their groove right now. So 2-minute warning, we head to commercial break. So at commercial break. All right, at commercial break. This one's coming down to the end. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised it's louder than the first game because that one was sold out basically in Birmingham. But I'm not surprised about the last one though. Well, no, I guess also the first game wasn't a great one either. Y'all got shut out in that game, so yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. All right, but at commercial break still. At commercial break. Yeah, and I love it. Again, I've been saying since Micropoli became the co-owner is that like Birmingham needs to stay in the league if the league's gonna find success because the fan base there is passionate and I love seeing it. Should be coming out of commercial break here soon. Yeah. I think they will. I think now that Rapoli has been to Birmingham and he has seen how passionate that fan base is with that home opener, I think he's gonna stay in that market. I think he's gonna stay. I think now that he has like seen these markets in person, he feels better about some of them. It makes me wish he gave Michigan another year at the very least. But again, I think the Michigan will be back. I think the Panthers will be back. All right, just back from commercial break. 2 minutes to play in this one. Yeah. No, but again, I expect the Panthers to be back. It's just a shame that they're not in the league this year. I saw a few of what got announced for that. I haven't fully dived into it. Kickoff return going to be up past the 30 and brought down right around the 34. There's a massive, like, every time attendance numbers comes out, there's people calling for relocations of certain markets, and I'm just like, there isn't really a single market right now in the league that I feel like can't turn things around given time. So like I think you just give these markets time, keep these teams sustained in these markets with no rebranding, no relocations, just keep things consistent year over year and you will see things slowly improve. That's what happened with Michigan over the past few years. Reed passed over the middle, caught by Merriweather, going to get past the 40 and down to about the 42. Yeah. It's going to be funny when the Detroit PWHL team wins a championship before the Red Wings break their drought. Reed in shotgun back to his left. Looking to throw in 2nd and 2. Pressure coming, steps up, takes it himself. Should be enough for the first, a gain of roughly 3. That's great. I love to see that. The clock continues to run. 1:15 to play in the game. Dallas slowly approaching field goal range. Reed in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left, looking to throw. Pressure comes quick. Reed trying to get rid of it. Pass right side, going to be incomplete. Looking for Seth Green. 2nd and 10 coming up. A minute to play in the game. All right, so 2nd and 10. Reed in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side, looking to throw once again. Pass left side, caught by Seth Green, gonna get past midfield, and out of bounds at roughly the 46. Gonna be a 3rd and 1 coming up. Yeah. It's great as well. And there's a lot that these leagues can take from each other and try to implement. But there's definitely room for all of these leagues to exist. To think otherwise is kind of being ignorant. Yeah. And Detroit is such a massive sports city. Like it's kind of underrated how much of a sports city Detroit is and how much they show up for things. Like that's a passionate city and it's going to be a great one for both BWHL and when the UFL is eventually back. 3rd and 1, Reed in Luke Lennon in the game in shotgun, takes it himself up the middle. He's going to be just short. It's 4th and inches coming up for Dallas. Clock will continue to roll. They have all their timeouts. The fact they're not taking it here is a bit surprising. They're going to stop the clock briefly here for a measurement. But it seems like he will be short. It's a big time 4th down. It's Birmingham taking their first timeout. All right. Yeah, it's referred more so as Hockey Town, and that's more so because the Lions, Pistons, and Tigers aren't the most consistently successful teams. But like even then, like they still show out for when the Lions aren't great, when the Pistons aren't great, when the Tigers aren't great. But when those teams are good and they have a rhythm to them, we've seen the past few years for all 4 of those teams. Detroit shows out for its sports, and I love it. It's I'm willing to say it's up there with Pittsburgh in terms of how passionate of a fan base that those sports teams have. 4th and inches, Luke Lennon in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. 4th and 1, handoff up the middle for Merriweather, and he's gonna get the first, but barely. It took a second effort, but he gets the first. Dallas is slowly approaching field goal range for Colton Thieker. Yeah. I just wanted to see Pittsburgh get a fourth professional team in general. The fact that they only have 3 kind of is a tough one for me. All right, Dallas will call their first timeout. They're figuring out the clock situation. Is 37 seconds on the clock left. Yeah. But like I wouldn't be opposed with the UFL taking their shot over at Pittsburgh. Because like even the Maulers, when they were there for the USFL, they had a good fan base. Maybe you don't bring back the Marlers name exactly, but I would like to see Pittsburgh get taken a shot at. They're figuring out the clock. They're gonna keep it at 37 seconds, it seems. Yeah, and that's the case. That's the case with most startup leagues. Is they try to start them with the idea of instant profit when it takes a long while for them to get going, and you need to be willing to take losses for years. Birmingham is challenging something here. Is it trying to get a hold in here? Birmingham's gonna lose the challenge. They're trying to get a holding call added to this. That's their second time out. I mean, this is gonna come down to a long field goal attempt either way. Yeah, and then most people need that mindset when starting the league. And Mike Rapoli has that mindset as well. But I feel like he also has a mindset of I'm willing to give this a few years before we need to be profitable instead of acknowledging that it's gonna probably take a long while before profitability is necessarily there. It's the wanting instant gratification when he knows it's gonna take a minute, but he wants to kind of try to expedite that process as fast as possible. Pass over the middle, going to be caught by Deontay Burnett. Going to get to about the 41-yard line. And with 30 seconds to play in the game, Dallas will call their second timeout. Oh yeah, the YouTube streams help a ton for the PWHL. And that was a great idea from them. I do also get the idea what the UFL did about having games on the Fox networks and the ESPN networks. But like I also feel like they probably could have gone the route of a easier way to watch games, but I mean they have to be getting decent enough money from these networks. So all right, Colton Feeker this season has a season long of 51 yards. As of now, it would be a 59-yard kick. So they need about 8 or so more yards for it to be comfortable. So essentially, they need a first down. Reed in shotgun, back to his left. Going to look to throw. Pass left side, caught by Merriweather. Going to make 2 men miss and has space. Going to be brought down around the 35. The ball's loose and Birmingham has it. If this is ruled a fumble, it's Stallions ball with 23 seconds to play. Dallas is saying he was down by contact. It's close. As it sits, it's Birmingham ball with 23 seconds. This would have for sure put them in the field goal range if it gets overturned. Call on the field is fumble. Oh, he's down by contact. He's down by contact there. He is down at the 35. It would be 3rd and 1. Yeah, from the 35. So now at this point, you're looking at a 53-yard field goal, maybe? No. Yeah, it'd be a 53-yard field goal. Yeah, and through Amazon and Prime, they I don't know, they might do streams through Prime Video on their Twitch account, but I mean, they don't do that for NBA playoff games, so they probably won't do it for PWHL either, but maybe. Because that's the way they do it for the NFL Thursday Night Football. So there's the 10-second runoff. There's 18 seconds remaining in the game. It's a 3rd and 1. Dallas wants to call a timeout here, it seems. Because if they get the first down, the clock will then stop briefly anyway. They can then spike it thereafter. They need, again, a first down is roughly field goal range for them. Lennon in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Gonna keep it himself up the middle. And he's gonna lose a yard, maybe 2. This clock will wind down to about 3 seconds before the timeout is called by Dallas. It would be roughly a 54-yard field goal for Colton Thieker to win the game. Yeah. All right, so Colton Thieker, he has a leg on him. The question is just, is he going to be accurate with it? In practices, he has hit from 60. This one from 54. I'm going to expect Birmingham to ice things. But we're staring down the barrel at overtime. 53-yard kick from the left hash to end the losing streak for Dallas. And there's the timeout called by Birmingham. The iced kick was up, and it looked good, but we didn't quite get the proper camera tracking with it. There's their timeout. I mean, that's still good for a startup league. Yeah, but then again, that's good for a startup league. All right. 53-yard kick from the left hash, and it's getting loud in Birmingham. It's getting loud. Would be a new season long. Colton Thieker. Kick is up. And it's blocked, it seems. It's short nonetheless. We got overtime in Birmingham. He missed that well short. And we have overtime. Yeah, that gets blocked. Because it's online. I believe it's TJ Carter or it's PV on the, or it's either TJ Carter or it's Jaden PV with the block, and we have overtime. It's on, like, it's accurate as well. It barely gets tipped, and it falls about 5 yards short. So we have overtime. So again, it's alternating conversion attempts from the 5-yard line. It would be best of 3. If it's still not decided after that, it becomes a sudden death. A new rule added during the season: penalties during overtime will just continuously go half the distance to the goal until eventually you can only go so much further than that. But we have overtime. It's time for a shootout. Dallas still has their challenge as well, by the way. All right, Birmingham wins the toss. They'll be on defense to begin overtime. It's time for a shootout. The 3rd overtime game of the season. Why is it always Dallas and Birmingham having great games in the UFL? Last year, they had a great finish that came down to a false start being added to a failed 4th down conversion attempt. That was crazy. In the first UFL game 2 years ago, they had Matt Corral come in at halftime and lead a great comeback. These two teams, they know how to play great games. And how fitting is overtime for a game that could decide the playoffs? I was thinking this game was going to end sooner than 11. No, it's going to go past that. All right, Austin Reed in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion left to right. Their first conversion attempt from the 5. Reed looking to throw. Pressure comes quick. Pass for the end zone is off the mark and incomplete, and there's a penalty in the end zone. Gonna be DPI. Birmingham trying to say uncatchable, but he got there early. It's DPI against the Stallions. This will put the ball on the 1-yard line. Was looking for Emmanuel Butler, but more so looking for Drake Stoops, it seems. Pressure forced a bad pass, it gets rewarded. Lennon under center, back and fullback behind him from the 1-yard line. Man in motion left to right, and there's movement up front before the snap. Yeah. Now, if this was an offside against Birmingham, we'd be half the distance to the goal. So we replay the try. Now, if this was back in week 3 or week 2, that would have been an automatic score for Dallas. And this is why they changed the rule, because that would have been dumb. Lennon under center, back and fullback behind him, man in motion left to right. The first conversion attempt, there's a QB sneak, and it's tight. Waiting for the call. Did he cross the plane? Ref trying to sort out the pile. It's close. It's close there for Lennon. They're marking him short. Conversion no good. The Stallions hang on. That'll be their offensive time for the first round. That is close. Birmingham's red zone run defense, like inside the 10 run defense, has been so good this year. They're reviewing this? Oh yeah, they're gonna review this. When does he cross the plane? Yeah, you can't see the lower body to see if he's down and when he's down. Purely looking at the upper body, he does cross the plane. The question is just when in relation to the lower body. This is what happens when you go for your QB sneak and it's not clear. Actually, it doesn't look like he's ever fully down there. The ruling on the field stands due to unclear evidence to overturn it. But I mean, that kind of looks like he might have gotten it. They just can't prove it. So it remains all tied up at 17. Now for Birmingham's first try of overtime. DTR and shotgun, looking to throw. Has some time, rolling right, looking for the end zone. Gonna take it himself, and Dorian Thompson-Robinson bouncing off defenders. It's a 2-point lead for the Stallions. And now the defense needs 2 stands, or 1 more stand, and the offense needs to score. So with this being a 2-point game now, either Dallas fails to convert on both of their next tries, or Dallas fails their next one and Birmingham gets their next one. Yeah, because it's a best of 3. You have to win by 4, essentially. That's like it's kind of the way to put it. But it's bottom line, best of 3. You need to convert twice, or yeah, you need to convert 1 more than the opponent. Reed in shotgun, looking to throw for their second overtime try. Stepping up, looking for something. He's sacked at the 10, and it comes down to the Birmingham offense now. Austin Reed is sacked, and it comes down to this. If they convert this next conversion attempt, they win. If not, they'll need the defense to make 1 more stand. So Dorian Thompson-Robinson in shotgun, back to his left. They score, they win. Ball on the 5. DTR, shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, looking to throw. Pass, end zone, caught! Jaden Mickens and the Stallions win. They come back, and the standings for the playoffs get hit with a haymaker. Just like that, the Birmingham Stallions will enter week 8 in that final playoff spot. And Dallas, after a 3-0 start, are on the outside looking in after losing their 4th straight game. The collapse of Dallas has been insane to watch the past month. 4 straight losses, and all of a sudden they're currently 6th place in the standings. And it's tough to say what actually happened with this team, but man, that's a collapse if I've ever seen one. I mean, it's up there with the Indianapolis Colts of this past season in terms of like style of collapses. It's up there with that. But the Stallions ain't dead yet. No matter how much we've written them off up to this point, they sit in that final playoff spot for the time being. We'll see what happens with Houston tomorrow. I think if Houston wins, they might sneak into it, but we'll see how that plays out. But as it sits, Birmingham's in that final playoff spot. But what a game for the Stallions. That's true as well. But still. But what a finish. Alright, I'm gonna go eat, because I didn't really get a proper dinner before stream. I'll be live tomorrow at 6 p.m. EST as the Orlando Storm take on the Houston Gamblers. Hunter Deckers, I believe, is making his return after getting injured in week 2. We'll find out more tomorrow. He's listed on the depth chart as the starter. But I appreciate everyone tuning in. This was a great game. Lived up to expectations right there at the end. I appreciate everyone tuning in. I'll see you all next time. See you all tomorrow if you're here. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.